Yeah, let's start with today's puzzle rush. Mm, just a second. Okay, let's start. I think last time we had a record of 58 puzzles. Yeah, 58 puzzles probably. So today we'll just try to break that. Okay, let's go. Let's go with queen b7. Pretty simple puzzles. Okay, yeah, queen f2, queen f1, and then f1 checkmate. Queen f2 checkmate. Just a minute. Just my screen. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So queen at 7, queen e6, and this should be winning, I guess. Okay, queen c7 mate. Always look for back rank issues. Yeah, bishop c6. That's good. Mm-hmm. I mean, much of the puzzles are based on back rank usually. This puzzle is of course not based on back rank. c6 is hanging, so mate on g7. Queen f4. Mm-hmm. That was nice. That was quick. Simple mating patterns. That was insulting. Okay. Um, Queen d4 check. You have this. Rook check. I think that's the only choice, right? To c5. Yeah, this is winning. Yeah, we have queen e6 check, queen c8 check, and then good queen sacrifice. Um, yeah, this is also a very good puzzle. Just a minute. Had some issue with my phone. Okay. Where were we? 23 puzzles, right? Yeah, this is a quite a good puzzle. I think this should not have a king b4. King c6, king b4, king b6, king c4. This has to be taken. And then you king b7, push a6. Okay, that was great. Queen c6. Okay. So knight d5, f3, queen e2, and there is no way to save the mate, right? Oh, queen c2, sacrificing the queen. Yeah, it was a pin, so that's the reason. Yeah. You just don't sometimes you don't see the pins. Okay, queen d5 check, queen check, queen b8 check. That was nice. It's black to yeah, okay. It's black to move. Okay. Rook takes you. I think that is winning. Rook c6, and I think yeah, rook e1 check and queen f4. Yeah, rook e1 check and queen f4 is really a very good idea. But then he has rook e2. Yeah. What am I thinking? Okay, rook d5, queen c6, probably all that should work, maybe. But what can be the exact solution? I was just trying to look up an exact solution. Rook to b8 probably, because the queen can go only to a1, something like that, and then queen b4. Okay. Most of the time it is probably a bit more simple than we expect, but okay. Yes, I've got a call. Yeah, so I think as far as this puzzle is concerned, knight e1 check looks the most tempting of all, but even knight b4 check is one of the good solution. And but I think knight b4, king b3, queen c2, king a3, and there is no. I think this is, yeah, this has to be winning. Okay, rook e5. So what are we missing? We are missing probably rook b7, and we didn't miss rook b7 quite often. Okay, rook takes e7 doesn't work, but I think this should work. Yeah, this should work. Okay, yeah. Rook f4 check, queen g2 check, rook d4 check, rook d2 check, queen d1 check. Okay. Yeah, staircase type. Okay. Um, can we do in this situation? I'm audible. Hello. It's the net connection. I don't think I'm live on Twitch. It just keeps on sending me some notifications. Okay. So if queen takes h3, then you have knight f4, which, yeah, kinds of builds up some pressure. But then you have this, and I think that should be winning. Let's try rook g2 check, and then knight g4. Yeah, that has to be winning. Now, what is the exact way to win this match? That's the most irritating part. I think queen h3 is the only valid solution here. Yeah. Okay. I thought my mic was off. Okay. So queen h2, and I think that's, yeah, that was good. Yeah, d5, c takes d5. Do you have some? Do we have something else here? Can we try? I mean, c takes d5 is obvious, but if we are able to, hmm, let's analyze this. Hmm. Takes knight b4. What exactly are we missing? Oh, we are missing d6 after that. Okay. Yeah, that was really good. That was cool. And now, what should be the move? I guess. Okay, that was not that clear either. Okay, let's give 5 minutes for this person. Okay, I hope the solution is clear to all of you. That's that's fine. Rook e6 seems the most obvious. Queen d8. Um, and then what? Because this is a very uh, terrible threat on f1. So rook e6, queen here. What is the exact way to win this? Rook e6, queen d7, queen f6 check, king g8, rook e7 wins the game on the spot. And okay, this is rook f1, king h2, bishop g1, king h3. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I think rook e6 should do the job. Yeah, I don't find anything else here. Rook e6, queen here, and then let's go rook g6. Yeah, okay. Oh wow. So that doesn't leave him with a solution. Yeah, but he can play queen back to e7, right? Yeah. Tough time finding a solution. Queen f8 is a good mating threat. So if takes c7, yeah, yeah. Okay. If this, then simply there's a very good idea. A lot of times we tend to blunder such positions in over the board tournaments. But if king h1, then bishop f2 check, king h2, bishop g3 check, king h3, rook check, king g4, and you have rook takes h6. So it's a difference between a win and a lose. Okay, free queen, so let's grab it. King to d8. Okay, so queen b8 check, king 7. Um, Usually in these puzzles, you should not take the rook immediately. So, like after this check, king e7, you have queen c7 check, king e6, probably, yeah. Well, what next? Hmm, look upon it. Queen b8 check, king e7, queen c7 check, king f6. Then you have, still you don't have any checks there. It's true. No, but then, oh, no, but king g7 is again a problem. That's not good. Um, Queen b8 check. I don't see any. Oh, I have queen g5. How did I miss it? Okay. Yeah, probably we try to treat the puzzles more difficult than actually they are. Than the level, yeah, than their, what to say, original level. So that's a problem. This is just uh, feaster solution. I guess this takes bishop c3 then. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it may work actually. I'm not sure about it, but it may work. But if the queen takes, you have bishop c3 up then, because bishop is not hanging. True. What can be the solution? Knight e5, d5, bishop e5. Oh, it's not the solution either. That's a good person. That's really a good person. 95, 95, 95, queen d4. Bishop c3 again. It's quite annoying. Hmm. Mhm. Oh, you have 95 for that. Yeah, this is this is something that we. Okay, knight c3. It was a very good variation. Bishop c3, 95, bishop d4, knight f3, and knight d4. Of course, this is now, I guess, completely winning. Knight d5 is just okay. Was not expected. Okay, so rook g2 check. King h4 or king h3. Anyways, if king, yeah, if king, the problem here, if this check, oh sorry, rook g2 check, king h3, we have rook f3 check, king h4, and now king h2, and there is no defense against rook h3 checkmate. That's really uh, tough task. But after this check, king h4 probably, then what exactly can? Oh, you have rook g6, threatening a checkmate. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, in any case you have that, right? Even in this case you have that. Yeah, I think this should work. Yeah, that's simple. Okay. Yeah, this is quite tense. C6, C6, d takes C6, knight takes C6 with a check, and will that solve all the problems? I mean, black is not down any material, but king d8 and king e7, why aren't they working? Even we have this knight c6 check, which is kind of really tempting, but it actually does nothing. So probably c6 check, back, something like that. Because king e7 and king d8 are are typically not normal moves. I mean, the queens get exchanged and the position is equal, right? 3 and 4 versus, yeah, perfect. It's a, yeah, white is a pawn down basically. But if by some chance we are able to get knight e3 check, then it's going to be really interesting. Yeah, true. What if c6, d takes c6, knight c6 with a check? Uh, King, bishop e2 and king d1 are the options. But then the knight is pinned, so that's why I'm not opting for that check. Hmm. This is hanging. Everything is hanging. King e7, king d8 are two moves that really work well. Okay, but I think if I play c6, he takes here, king c7, and there is problem. I mean, he has to take on e5 with a bishop. Uh, oh no, I think c6, takes c6, knight c6, and then the bishop is hanging up. Yeah, that was quite good. Bishop e7. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe this is a bit tough. Oh, but no. I think queen f2 is almost what crushing. Check. Takes. Now it's spin. So now the d1 check is the mate. Knight e1 just. Okay. That was good. Queen e4 check. Rook f2 check. Knight f4 check. Always look for all the possible checks in the position, especially in a puzzle rush, not in a over the board game. But when you're low on time, probably down to 30 seconds or 20 seconds, you should always look for checks. Okay, so what can this position do? Knight f4 check, king f2 is out of question, king f3 is any f file, king into the f file is out of question because of knight e3 check, and knight f4 check, king e1 is also out of question, knight f4 check, king d1 is the only question, but then knight takes d3 and you win the knight because the queen is attacked. So what is the problem? Knight f4 check, king d2, only question. Even that is out of question, I guess, because knight takes d3 and the knight is attacked, the queen is attacking, takes d3, rook f3 check, and I think that's more than enough a compensation with an active rook and a queen. But still, yeah, we are down a piece. So in a lot of positions, activity is the only thing that matters because this rook is doing nothing, as Tal says. But knight f4 check, and it's quite fascinating. I mean, it's worth trying. Let's analyze it. Sorry, not that. Knight f4, king d2, knight takes d3, king takes d3, rook f3 check, king c4, yeah, queen c6 check. The king is too open. I mean, it's going to get checkmated. Yeah, knight f. Oh, okay, I missed knight f6, but surely there will be some solution here. Bishop f6, king d3, and then there are no more checks. Rook f6 and queen c4 check. Queen e6, not queen e6 of course. King h8, queen takes e3, rook f2 check, and it's going to get checkmated. Yeah, of course, queen c6 check picks up the rook. I think that's right. This check is not right because of king d3 and king d3. After king d3 you don't have any checks. You have to again lose the tempo. So I think rook f6 is fine to do. Still, after reaching 40 plus puzzles, you have to always keep attention to the game, because rook f6, queen c4 check, that's the only problem. King h8, and then if king takes and queen e3 check ends the game, because after this you have rook f2 and it's checkmate. But after queen d3, probably still you have rook f2. The king has nowhere to go in this file. King back, and then probably what? We have queen c6 still attacking the rook. The rook has only one where to go, to g1, and then yeah, it's still a very active position, but it's not winning if you don't calculate. So the only choice is, if he captured the bishop, then he has to capture the knight with the king, and in that case, uh, we have a chance. But in the other case, we don't have a chance, of course. Then what can actually go wrong after rook f6? Let's try rook f6. Okay, it was not worth that thinking. Yeah, I mean, it was not worth that thinking. It was clear that rook f6 is one of the best moves in the position. Just a check doesn't mean that the position is not that the move is not that good, but actually you have to keep a watch on all the checks, as I already said. Okay, yeah, let's go with rook check. If rook b5, f1, then simply takes and knight c3 wins the game. But if we have rook check king a2, then simply knight c3 wins the game. Then what's in the puzzle? King b2 is in the puzzle. Then you have this check and knight c3 and pick the queen and support the rook. That again wins the game. And if the king moves to a1, then you just pick up the rook. That's all we can do. Yeah. This check it's pinned, so that check is not useful. This check again you go king a1. So I think rook b1 check is the most favorable and the most tempting solution. Queen b3, knight g4. Sorry for the disturbance. Yeah, I mean it's not in my hand. But okay, knight knight g knight g4. Can we do here? Okay, I think now knight h5 is good. Attacking the rook twice, attacking the bishop. And after rook takes f7, we can go with some intermediate moves like knight takes c3 check, king h2. Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah. But is that winning? That's the question. If it's not winning, then it's useless to think over it. So what's what consideration? Is knight h5, rook takes f7, knight g3 check, king h2, and then what? That's the problem. I will find a solution for that after that. Knight f2, knight e2, then probably. What about knight takes e4? Just because the knight is untouchable, so knight takes e4, rook takes f7. What's the difference between the two? Yeah, there's a lot of difference between the two. Knight check, king here, check, king here, takes, and you have queen h1 check. Wow. Okay, this is the variation that we, of course, took into consideration. Okay, rook g, sorry, rook g, rook g check, king b7, c6 check, king b6, and then push the pawn. That's probably the best possible solution. And now not c7 because you blunder the pawn with rook d2 check, but first give a check and then push c7. That's the only way to win, I think. Yeah, perfect. Okay, a4. So another typical endgame puzzle. It's not a complete endgame, but it's a very fascinating endgame. Oh wow, rook f5 check, takes with f5, and anyway you go, there's a checkmate. Wow. I really like that puzzle. Okay. Takes its white to move. Okay, this one's in queen, right? Okay. This two pawns are doing nothing. What's the problem then? Okay. Yeah, black has an idea here. And after takes, is going to push b4. And if you take, after takes, he's going to push b4. And if you don't take, push c4, then he's going to push b5, trap the pawn. And anywhere you move the rook, then he's going to go with b1 queens, rook takes b1, and it's a stalemate for the black king. So the best way to win actually is I think is to sacrifice the rook. I mean, you can take here, and then probably let's analyze this. Takes b4. What if b1 queens and rook takes b1, and after b4 just move the rook. So rook takes b1 has to be last move in order to stalemate the black king. So after takes, you have b4, c4, b5, and now rook takes e3 with a check, king takes, and the king b1, avoiding anything. So after king b3, now this pawn is too far away to catch. I think that's good. b4, c4, b5, perfect. Okay, that was a good puzzle. Nice rated puzzle. Now bishop. Now this problem of connecting rooks is that if your king it cuts off your king. You can say it not directly cuts off your king, but it indirectly cuts. If the king steps in the d file, now this rook is going to hang. So if the bishop f4 check, the king has to go c8. Is this puzzle really 2400 rated? Come on, this is not 2400 rated puzzle. But okay, we are down piece. Okay, so even if we get a rook, it's going to be we are going to be down in exchange. Yeah, so you have to always keep an eye on the material count. So now, yeah, now what to play? So now this is actually the right point. It's rook takes d6, rook takes d6, then push e5 and pick up the knight with a check, of course. So when the rook moves, then pick up the knight and pick up the pawn with the check. Because now if e5, then rook takes d1, rook takes d1, rook takes d1. You have takes with a check. The king moves, sorry, to the b file. Then you have takes on g7, and then the rook moves back to d8. So and like a whole rook. So probably, and if bishop takes f5, then bishop takes d6, and rook takes d6, rook takes d6, king takes d6. There is no e5. And if previously e5, like bishop takes d6, rook takes d6, e5, then rook takes d1 is a good intermediate. Rook takes d1 and knight d5, and black gets a couple of compensation, like 2 pieces for rook. So I think this is perfect. Yeah, thank you for the draw. Okay, so now what? Knight a7, king d8, knight c6, something like that. But f6 is hanging, probably, yeah. No, knight a7 is not possible. What am I thinking? Sorry, this is impossible because knight a6. That's a typical meme move. Okay, but queen f6, what's the problem in queen f6? Okay, the problem is this, and then you don't get to save the knight because the squares are not available. You have to come back queen back to f3, and then black picks up the g5 knight. And if knight takes g5, knight takes e6, and queen takes e6 supports the knight. So the exact order, I guess, should be knight takes d6 for settling the bishop, and then take the knight. Yeah, I think that should for knight b4, threatening some tricks. There are a lot of tricks here. I mean, when you call blunder king d1, knight takes c2 is still coming because of king takes c2, bishop f5 check, picking up the queen. So then what should be the exact solution? Bishop d3, I guess, is a development move, and also supporting king d1 is not a good move because of bishop c4 check, picking up the queen. So I think, yeah, that's nice. Queen a6, trying to bring a new queen, and always remember this. I don't know the exact name for this pattern. A king with 2 pawns in front of it. If the knight checks and the diagonal is in control of the white piece, like bishop or the queen, then the king is doomed to get checkmated somehow. So the line, I guess, starts. It starts. I will just check on queen c7 once, because queen c7, king g8, knight f6, king f8, and I don't think there's any checkmate there. But similarly, knight f6 check, king g7, knight h5 check can prove to be checkmating, because king f8 or king g8, then simply queen g7 wins of the game. King f8, queen g7, king e8, knight f6. You have to sacrifice the queen, and also the square keeps an eye on the a1 square. And after king e8, you have knight f6 check, king d8, queen d7 checkmate. That's one line. After this check, if you go here, this check, there's no other move, right? King f7. Oh, then you have this check, and again king 8 is not possible, and king e6, queen f6 check wins of the queen. So the queen not there. Mouse is actually not working. Yeah, on a6. Okay, that's great. So that leaves knight f6 check, king h8, and king h8 is typical lost move because of knight h5. That's done. Knight h5 is winning here on the spot. For this, we had analyzed queen here. It also keeps an eye on the queening square. Great. c5. Okay, so what if we push? Rook f8 is not possible because of this. Uh, f7 is not available, f6 is not available, f5 is not available. So how is black rook planning to stop the pawn? Okay, it's not going to stop the pawn. It's going to push b2, but then the bishop really good, guards it quite good, and this pawn is too slow. I mean, b6 is good. b2, h7. What is the strategy, sir? I'm not able to get the strategy. h7. e4. Okay. Yeah, great. But e4, h8 queens, b1 queens, and king takes f. I mean, that's ridiculous. Of course, this bishop b1 is not a move now because of rook f7. I think this is only the one. Yeah, e4. But now, what is the order to be followed? Exact order. Because oh yeah, the order is king takes f4 now. Okay, and the reason behind it that if you queen first, then you have rook f3 check, intermediate check with the support of the pawn, and after the king moves, now you have a queen. Okay, great. Wow, that was a good puzzle. Yeah. So queen takes, not queen takes, queen g6 probably. And what next? Okay, so play rook g1, uh, kind of force him to take the h6 pawn, like somehow, because we want the h file open. So play rook here, king, queen takes on h6 or queen h7, queen h7, rook g7, queen takes on h6. Then what? That's quite good. It's a very good puzzle. The queen is almost trapped. After this, queen, these are the only two moves. After queen h6, rook here, and after f4, what do we get? f4 is a very good move actually. That has to be taken into consideration. Okay, rook g. If this rook to g1, then queen f7 is probably coming. The queen escapes via this route. Okay, so that is not possible. So again, we will give some time for analysis of this position. That's good. Till then, I will have some coffee. uh, yeah, I don't know exactly what it's time in US, but it's in India. It's 11:15, so I don't know how. Probably it is 12 and a half hours, so some more hours behind than here. I will have to check. That's a part of general knowledge. Okay. Let's analyze this position for a couple of minutes. Well analyzed. I did analyze this for 2 minutes now, two couple of minutes now. But queen h7, we have queen g5 threatening a mate, and after g3 we have rook g7 trapping up the queen. So this is the only way to stop that. And now, what is the right solution? Hmm. Picks f4 is not right because of queen g1. So what else can be the right solution? Take it into account this move. This was a surprise. Yeah, let's analyze this one. Yeah, I think I think queen d6 seems reasonable. Yeah, because this is a weak point for in the white's position after the d3 pawn's gone. And for queen d6, he has to give away the d3 pawn. So I think this is very, that was good. So knight e6, we have rook d3, even that is good. Equating the position. What is this puzzle? Knight e6, bishop b5 is not possible. Rook c5 is not possible. Okay, it's like knight e6, pawn f6 e6, rook takes g3, rook c5, and rook takes e3. Is a threat. Okay. That's nice. How do I avoid this one? Knight to e6. Queen e6, rook d3 just wins. Yeah, it wins a piece. So f e6, that's the only move. And now rook c5 should be taken care of. I even had an idea like rook d3, knight d4, rook d4, now rook c5 as per the plan, and I have queen a4. But then you lose c3, right? Yeah. Yeah, in any case, you lose c3. And even this is a problem in future. Can be the solution for this one. Knight e6, f e6, rook d3, rook c5. What if knight d5, rook takes d5, takes d5. We have knight e2 check again. That's a problem. I'm surely missing something too easy in this puzzle, because it's not that tough as it looks. Knight to d4, rook d3, knight d4, rook d4, rook c5. What am I missing? I'm probably missing knight d5 here. Knight d5, knight d5, knight takes d4, then you have knight takes f6 with a check, and if it takes on f6, then you simply move the queen away from the root, and then the knight and bishop are pinned. So that's very bad for black. And even after this checking f2, then the bishop is tied up to the knight, and of course the bishop and knight cannot be a adequate compensation for the queen. But after knight d5, rook takes d5, I have knight takes Okay, e6. Wow. And rook c5 is not possible then. He has to first take on e6 and then the rook is hanging. And this rook supports this. Okay, that's quite good. Knight d5. Anything else for that? What if he decides to move his queen back to d8 or something like g5 and h4? Then what then? What to do? 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 Then probably f4 is also winning. But knight takes e6, f takes e6 has to be done then. And probably then rook takes d3 is also a nice option, but it has to be calculated. After this, queen d8, probably. Oh, then you just take on d3 and support the knight. Wow. Oh, it was wrong. I will analyze it afterwards. The stuff. Yeah. King to c1. That's great. c2 is on its way. King d4, king d2. King c4. King d4 is not right. King c4 is right. King c2, king d4. Oh, no, rook b3 and then spawn. Sorry. King. The problem is it should not be able to push the pawn at least 2 times. So king d4, king d2 is a draw because now c2 is possible, and king c4, king d2, king b3. You have c2, rook d4 check, king e3, rook c4, and then you win the pawn. While king d4, king d2, now there is no way to actually win the pawn technically speaking, because even if you get something like rook c4, then you have push, and then there is no way to stop the queen. And even if you try something weird like even then king d4 c2, king d3, king d1, rook here trying to threat a mate, and then it pushes to a knight and the puzzle is still. But then what happens to this? Let's say king c4 c2, king b3. Yeah, you have rook d4 check in this line. Yeah, I think that's winning. King c4 is perfect. Yeah, yeah, king d2, king b3, get rook check. Yeah, that was good. That was a good one. Okay. So now we have another tricky puzzle. So I think rook takes h3 first of all. If g3, then rook h1 check, bishop h1, and queen h3 wins the match, threatening queen h2 mate as well as queen h1 mate. So, and but then what if bishop g2, queen h2 is a mate? Yeah, because the rook is on f5. So rook h3 threatening a mate, g takes h3, bishop takes. That's game over, I guess. There's no choice, right? Yeah, of course, bishop h5 is one of the choices, but then why they have considered this move so much? If you take with this rook, then you're still going to get checkmated. No, no, you have queen h5 and then wow. Okay, so if we take with this rook, then you're finally going to get checkmated because it's spin and you have to give up his queen. No, that was not expected. Okay, probably I'm feeling sleepy now, but okay. Let's try this puzzle game. Afterwards, let's evaluate this puzzles. Those puzzles that you have got wrong. Queen h4 check. Mm, that seems quite good, but exactly how to do f6, rook f6. Also avoid any further checks. King e6 is also a very good move. Knight f6 is a very good move. Rook takes c4. Sorry. Yeah, rook takes c4 is what follows, but you have to keep an eye on that. Okay. Queen f6 is not advised. f6 is not advised because the rook is left hanging. King e6 is a very tricky move, but again not advised because of rook takes c4, pawn takes c4, rook c3, something like that. It's not clear, but still 95 ideas are always open. That's true. That's really true. And king e6 is pretty safe. The king is out of all checks. But oh, here you have queen d8. That's a problem. But then why not knight f6? Rook takes c4 or rook c3. This rook, any rook to c3. Get exchange on c3. And then as such black has no moves because knight e4 is not a move because of that. But he can move king e1 and then put knight e4. So what's the problem in that? Should take into consideration there. Okay. That's a tough one. C1 afterwards is not possible. King e5, king e6. Yeah, I think king e6 is pretty safe. Knight d3 doesn't work. Rook c3 and everything fails to knight e5, knight f3, something like that ideas. But then you don't have rook h6 anymore. That's true. But still is better than knight f6, spinning up the knight yourself, and f3 is a square that this knight has to be on, not e4. So that is why I feel king e6 is right. Fenced. Let's go king e6. Okay. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Yeah. Now let's try to analyze the puzzles that we went wrong, which is this one, which of course a very tricky puzzle. So how it went? Sorry. Yeah, 95 was wrong, right? So what is right? 96. This is one of the right solutions, and now why not take here? What did I miss? No, what did I miss? F takes here. Rook c5. What am I missing? e5, queen e5. So bad that I missed something here. Oh yeah, why not queen e5? Why not queen e5? uh, yeah. Just a minute. Rook to g3. And now what happens queen e5? I can't see anything for that. Queen e5 and there's nothing. I mean, still the queen is attacked, and queen e4 also doesn't help because of rook c. Yeah. Queen e4 helps actually. Yeah, quite intelligent. Yeah, missed it. Okay. This was one of the puzzles. 2787. Um, yeah, this puzzle was quite obvious. I mean, okay, but after takes, yeah, I just missed that the queen is hanging. But still, after takes, what happens? Queen takes h5, and after takes, then you have takes on e6. Okay, wow. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. With queen e5, you can't take here because of queen check and pick. I think queen e5 is, yeah. Okay, this was the second one, and the third one here was 2915. Yeah. This queen check, and I think knight f6. No, queen check. Then what? Rook f6. Trying to build up some attack. f6 is not advisable. Or yeah, this is not a path to be taken. So what am I missing here? Hmm. What am I missing? Hmm. F6, king f8, and I have to try all the things. Probably I missed queen king f8. No, what did I miss here? King e8, knight f8 idea. I don't know if it does. I don't know. I really don't know if it works because rook a7 is always a threat after rook check. So then queen f6 is the only move that's left. I don't think that's right. f6, queen h7 check. Yeah, pick up the rook, right? Okay, you don't have time to pick up the rook because of this, but still, knight f6, queen f6. What am I missing? That's bad. Completely blank. Okay, let's try out. This was impossible. That's not a solution. But now king d8 is not there. King e8, and knight f8. Does that barrier really work? That's strange. That's strange. If rook f6, then you have takes. Okay, then the rook keeps an eye on f2 pawn. Okay. Oh wow. Queen d2, right? Yeah. Yeah. Last of all tries, and yeah. Okay. That was fun. First, one solving that puzzles. Okay, so that was it for today. 53 puzzles this time, but we didn't even reach our previous record, so bit of what you can say hard luck for us. But okay, we will try it next time. Uh, as I always say.